I didn't have everything to do with it, but there was a disappointment among the producers early on. Here's I think why there was a confusion.
Okay.
Alan and I were trying to show Michael's growth from his escape from the sanitarium to how he reanimates as Michael Myers. So step one, he has to go to the gas station and he has to get his overalls. So he ends up killing the mechanic and getting his overalls. In order to get the mask organically, we didn't think he's going to sit and make one in his basement. So he goes to, I guess you would call it a general store or what would you call it over there? We might call it a pharmacy or someplace.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they had a big Halloween display. So he actually takes a commercial mask that the town of Haddonfield puts out every year as an homage to the lore of the town. So they've actually made a commercial Michael Myers mask like any kid would put on when they go trick or treating. And so you actually see the scene where Michael steals the mask from the display. It's also where little Jamie Lloyd is able to get her clown outfit back, which harkens all the way back, of course, to the first movie and sets up the end of our movie when she's at the top of the stairs. And so we were trying to say, okay, well, that's how it would actually be, and that makes it very realistic that Michael would acquire his mask in that way. Sure. And we did that, and I was very happy with it. But because it was a store-bought mask, it didn't have the same maybe texture and detail that a movie mask would have.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So now they start looking at the dailies and go, why is that mask not look quite right? And the reason is because the mask was borrowed from a drugstore, I guess. Do you have that expression, drugstore? I guess I don't know. Really.
But we know what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And not. So then they said, well, maybe we need this to look a bit more like the mask that people are expecting.
Yeah.
From a Michael Myers mask. And somewhere in all that conversation, I think the through line of the mask got a little bit lost. And then there's that one shot that people rightly talk about where he has the blonde hair and at the end of the movie. So I think that's the best answer to the question is there was some confusion on the set, and it was driven by the fact that the mask comes from a store, a retail store.